10 AM, Monday morning, and the ABOH vlogs are back for 2019. Happy New Year, guys. It's quite late by the time this video goes up, but I'm so happy to be back chatting to you through the vlog, and I had to think about whether I wanted to carry on vlogging, and I love it so much, so we're back. A few things to update you on before we get cracking with stuff. The first is, can you please look at my lovely camera setup? I actually now have a proper camera and a proper tripod for filming. You'll be glad to know I was very lucky at Christmas that Tom bought me the Canon G7X, which I was like, whoa, and I'm in love with it. And obviously the Gorilla Pod, I bought that, so I'm not shaking now. Every time I'm like holding the camera up, I can actually do it properly and walk around and not shake, and it's just absolutely revolutionary. So very excited to be back vlogging again. Very thankful to Tom for the camera. So yeah, business is good. I have been working hard over the festive break, although we're now nearly mid-January already, can you believe it? And something that I was working hard to do was to get all of my content for Q1 planned in advance as much as I could. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the sort of editorial calendar system that I've been using to help me plan. Obviously, like, this is for my blog posts, YouTube videos, podcasts, and weekly newsletters. That's like 4 groups of content. It's a lot of content, guys. So this is a spreadsheet I've been using. You can see it's very basic. It's not fancy at all. So I've got the headline down here. So obviously I've split these into 4 categories of content. And then down this column is the status. So the status obviously depends. So we've got pending, content created, scheduled, live, and promoted. So I've got that for each one as well. So I just change that in here when, obviously, depending on, this should actually say live, but oh well. This is completely gone out the window, but this basically is just a guide for me in terms of when I wanted the content done by, and then in relation to the publish date, which is all down here. And then there's the topic / keyword of the video or podcast or blog post or whatever, which is really helpful for me. And then obviously down here we've got the type of video, or the type, whether it's video, blog post, etc. So that's been really helpful for me. All the content for Q1 is planned, and I've recorded I've probably prepped most of January's, and I've got a lot of batch recording and scheduling to do, which I am going to do this Friday, and over the weekend I'm going to record a bunch of videos and record a bunch of podcast episodes, and then see how much I can get done. But the calendar blocking life is still going strong, and my simplified plan and everything, so I'll show you that during the week as well. But the other thing I wanted to update you on is that the wedding countdown is getting smaller and smaller by the day. So 138 days to go, officially less than 5 months to go now. So a quick reminder, we're getting married on the 1st of June 2019. So over Christmas we had a massive like planning update to make sure we were on top of everything, and with payments and booking things and things like that. So everything's sort of sorted. We know what we've got coming up. It's going to be a really, really busy few months leading up to the wedding. I think we actually realised when we were planning our calendars that we have more weekends booked now leading up to the wedding than we have free. So it's just one of them. Getting married is a busy time, but it's so exciting. We're trying to make sure that we create as many memories as possible, and of course I'm going to take you on the journey with me as well. And I know for the past few weeks, because I've not been on YouTube, you won't have seen, well, not that I've not been on YouTube, I've just not been uploading videos, but you won't have seen any pictures or anything of Lola because I've not been on YouTube, as I said. But here she is. Lola, you gonna say hi? She's looking a lot bigger now. She's 8 months old. She's still ever so pretty, but she's doing really well, and yeah, we are just still in love with her. But look how big she is now. She's so big. She's very fluffy, round her paws and things. She's got a lot more fluffy now, but she's still got a bit of growing to do because she's still a little puppy, aren't you? Yes, but Lola is fine. If you want to see more snaps of her, you probably best follow me on Instagram as well, at A Branch of Holly, because I do share her on stories every single day. But I promise I will also share her more in the vlogs as well. What do you think? So yeah, that was my update. Weekly vlogs are back. I'm so excited. And now I'm going to crack on with my calendar, so I will check in with you later. So I've just got 15 minutes before I go to the gym, and I thought it'd be quite helpful if I just sort of ran through my week with you, because it's obviously different week on week. A lot of the stuff is the same, but it is quite different. And I thought it would be a good prep in terms of what's going to be coming up on the vlogs, I guess. But it's quite good accountability for me at the same time as well. So yeah, today I've been doing... Oh, my laptop just fell down. Today I've been doing a lot of work already, and then let me just get my calendar up. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to the gym. I've actually changed my routine a little bit, and I decided that in the new year I would start going to the gym in the afternoon instead of first thing in the morning. I just sort of found that I was forcing myself to go in the morning, and it wasn't really working for me. I'm most productive first thing. Like, if I can get up and crack on with stuff, that usually works better for me, and I usually have a big dip in the afternoon. So I thought I'd just flip things around, and it's been going really well so far. So yeah, so I'm going to the gym this afternoon, and then obviously I will come back and carry on with stuff. So I've got I got a new coaching client recently, and I've got to do a website review for her, so I'll be doing that. Tomorrow I have some client calls. I've got to do some client work, and I've got to get I want to get the podcast blog post sorted and ready to go for Friday, because that is all edited and everything. So that's sort of tomorrow's main focus. Wednesday again is more like client prep, and what else? Again, I want to do some podcast editing of basically I want to make sure I'm keeping track of the content that I'm recording and make sure I'm editing it like as I go along. So Wednesday is going to be a lot of editing, and I've also got another client coaching call, and again some more client prep. And then Thursday is going to be a very interesting day, because I have got, I think I talked about this in a previous vlog, I am hosting a day of consult calls. So basically what this means is that anyone who wants to find out more about working with me as a coach, but isn't really sure what it involves, or isn't really sure how I'd be able to help them, or just basically wants a little bit of a chat about what it involves, any questions they might have, this gives them a chance. So it's a half-an-hour call, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7 calls on Thursday with some really interesting people actually, so I'm really excited about that. So that day will basically be involve prepping for calls, having the calls, sending follow-ups, and just keeping track of all of that. So that'll be Thursday. And then Friday is always a content creation day. It's always editorial. So in the morning, well, sort of late morning, early afternoon, I want to film some videos. So I should, in the time I've allocated, I should be able to film about 4 or 5 videos. And then for the rest of the, then I'm gonna have a break and go to the gym, as I said, and then when I come back, I'll just be editing videos. So it's quite good actually, because while the way it's worked out, some things are quite bitty. I'll pick you up now. Some things are quite bitty, but I would rather have more big chunks of time to dedicate to content creation. But the way it's worked out, I mean, you can see here, I think I've talked through my calendar before, but the pink stuff is editorial. So the pink stuff is all content. Yellow is exercises. Brown is calls, apart from these because these are different, and then green is basically everything else. So green is my get stuff done calendar, and that's sort of how I distinguish it. And then the way that I do it with my, I'll just flip you up so I can actually see. Oh, I just choked. The way that I do it with my simplified planner is that I then transfer what's on my Google Calendar into my simplified planner. I am going to do a full video on this because people always ask me, and I just colour coordinate it in sort of the same way. So I have a colour for editorial, a colour for tasks, and then a colour for other bits of work that I need to do, and some other fun stickers because it makes it look a bit fun. But this week I'll just show you what the calendar looks like for this week. So that's today, that's tomorrow, so that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday, look, calls, and then that's Friday. So it does, a lot of people might think like, oh, why have it on there and then have it on there, but it just, having it on there makes me see, right, okay, what's coming up today, what do I need to do, and this is like specific, so I can look and think, okay, I've done that tick, and it just makes me feel a lot more, it makes me feel like I'm a lot more organised and I can manage things a lot better as well. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my god, I love cottage cheese so much. So this morning, I emailed all the people that I've got consult calls with on Thursday, and just said like, just checking in, hope you had a good weekend, looking forward to speaking on Thursday, just as a reminder. And it's really good to get replies from people, especially people who've got questions, because it makes me more excited for it then, because I just know that people are gonna, it gives me a lot of like relief to know that people are gonna take it seriously, and that they want like my help and my advice. So yeah, really gonna get back to some of those emails now actually. So we are currently on week 2 of a meal plan, and I think I've spoken about this before on this channel, but as you know, I do the fitness blender workouts, and they're really good. So I bought one of their meal plans. It's a 4-week meal plan. This is so bright. It was only £20, and week 1 was a little bit questionable, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the combinations I was a bit weirded out by, but this week looks a lot better. So I'm just stopping work now to make tea, and we are having tonight chicken in the oven with black beans, salsa, and green onion, which is currently cooking, and it smells delicious, with sweet potato and broccoli. And I am very excited, because I think our problem is that we don't like meals that are dry. So if they've not got a sauce, it can be, we like having a little something on the extra. So a lot of last week's meals didn't really have a sauce, but this week I think most of them do. So I'm very excited about that. I will let you know how it goes. There are only 2 forms of multitasking that I believe in. The first is when you are on a treadmill or on the bike at the gym and you are doing something on your phone. Maybe it's having a conversation with your mum, maybe it's answering emails, maybe it's engaging on social media. The other, which is what I've just done, is making tea, and yet you need to listen to your podcast episode to make sure the final version is a-okay, and you listen to it whilst you're making dinner. Perfect form of multitasking.